Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the review for this Honor 5C, and I have been testing this device for almost 10 days now, and I'll be dividing this review between the pros and the cons, and I won't go in depth regarding the physical overview and other aspects because I have already covered those things in the overview video that I posted earlier. Here are the specs for your reference, and the biggest thing about this device is that it houses its own chipsets. That's the Kirin 650. I'll talk about that also, but let's divide this review between the pros and the cons. So first, let's talk about the pros and the things that I liked about this device. And the first thing that I liked about this device is the build quality. The build quality is very good. It's metallic at the back and it feels very nice to hold. It does not feel like a cheap handset, and it sells in India for about 11,000 rupees via Flipkart. I'll have the link in the show notes, so if you're purchasing, do use the link. It helps the channel. So in terms of the build quality, Huawei has done a great job, I would say, and it does not feel cheap. It feels like a very well built device in my opinion. And also in the hand, as it just sports a 5.2 inch screen, it easily fits in your palm like this. Now moving to the screen quality, it sports a 1080p screen, and the screen quality is good, I would say. It also has most of the common sensors like auto brightness and stuff, but I noticed that the auto brightness sensor is sort of a bit finicky on this device. And moving to general performance, the general performance of this device was good. It runs on its own custom UI that is known as Emotion UI. That's used by all Honor phones, so that's the same. So it takes some time to get used to this, I would say. But in terms of usage, I did not notice any lagginess with this device. Now moving to performance, regarding RAM management, I'm not that happy with this device. I'll talk about that in the cons. Next thing that I liked about this device is the fingerprint scanner. If you notice, the fingerprint scanner is here on the back and it's extremely responsive. The moment you touch, it works, and as you can see, it works almost every time. So I'm very happy with the fingerprint scanner, and it's easily accessible like this, and it's very sensitive, so no issues regarding the fingerprint scanner. Next thing that I really liked on this device is the cellular call quality and the network reception. I have to say, the cellular call quality and the network reception was outstanding on this device. I never had issues of muddy calls or anything with this device, and even in areas where generally other phones drop down 2 bars, here also with this Honor 5C, the network reception was very good. Another thing I liked is that even on 3G and 4G, the battery did not drain that much. And now talking about the battery life, I have to say, though it has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, the battery life is actually really good. As you can see from these charts, the battery life was very good, and you can easily get about 6 hours of screen on time on a single charge. And also the standby drain is actually very low, and I feel the battery life is really good thanks to that Kirin 650 SoC that they are using. Now if you talk about the charging time, I don't have the official charger, so I just used a normal quick charger and stuff. The charging time was not the quickest, I would say. From about when it was about 16% or so, and I used a Qualcomm quick charger, it took about 2.5 hours to charge. So charging is not the quickest, but it's not very slow also. It sort of falls in the middle. Next thing that I liked on this device was I did quite a bit of gaming also with this device, and I played heavy games like Implosion and even Nova 3. Those two games ran fine without any issue, but on Asphalt 8, when it was set to highest graphics settings, I did notice some choppiness and dropping of frames. So you have to be aware of that. With heavy games, it might drop some frames here and there, but the good thing was that it did not exhibit any overheating issues even after extended gaming, even with Nova 3. Now let's talk about this Kirin 650 SoC that is there on this device. It's actually an octa-core, that's an 8-core processor based on the ARM Cortex A53 architecture, but Honor is using the 16 nanometer process, and due to that the battery life is very good on this device. Also, I noticed no overheating of this device like Snapdragon 615 used to do. So there was no overheating, so thanks to that Kirin 650 SoC. But in terms of GPU, it uses the Mali T 830 GPU. I feel that is slightly weaker compared to the Adreno 510 that's used on the Snapdragon 650 SoC. But in terms of battery life and heating, I had no issues with this device. This device also has the pedometer functionality, so it tracks the number of steps that you have taken and stuff. It's always there, but again, it's not 100% accurate. I would say it counts a little bit more than what is. I have this Pebble smartwatch, and I'm using the Mi Band, so it generally counts a little bit more. So that functionality is there, but don't go too much bonkers about it. It just overestimates, I feel. Now moving to the camera, it has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera and an 8 megapixel front facing camera, and I have to say I was surprised with the camera performance of this device. As you can see from the sample shots, the samples that we took in outdoor conditions come out to be really good, and also in terms of color accuracy, they look very natural, not overexposed or oversaturated or something like that. So in terms of camera performance, I have to say this device surprised me. Even when we moved to artificial lighting conditions and indoor lighting conditions, the camera did not disappoint. And comparing it with other devices like the Redmi Note 3, I feel the rear facing camera is better on this one. And I have to say, at the price point of about 11,000 rupees, this one has the best camera as of now. Now, these are some of the video samples that I've took with this device. Recording this video with the Honor 5C at 1080p, and I'm just going to walk. There is a stabilization option and I have enabled that, but it doesn't have optical image stabilization. So this is a sample 1080p footage with the Honor 5C. Recording this video with the front facing camera of the Honor 5C. And as you can see, this is in outdoor conditions. The audio that you're hearing is also via the internal microphone. So this should give you an idea regarding the video recording with the front facing camera of the Honor 5C. The front facing camera is also good in outdoor conditions, but I feel it struggles a bit in artificial lighting conditions. Apart from that, I would say overall, if you talk about the camera performance, I was actually very impressed with the camera performance. I frankly did not expect this good performance with the camera. Even with the video that you saw, the 1080p video from the rear facing camera, that was also actually really good. That was a surprise for me, the camera performance. Now let's talk about some of the cons and the things that I did not like on this Honor 5C. The first con was that it skims on a lot of sensors. For example, it does not have the gyroscope sensor. It does not even have the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. It just has the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. And again, it does not even have the IR blaster, which is actually found in other smartphones in this price range. For example, the Redmi Note 3 and the Lico LE1S, etc. have those features. One more surprising thing that I noticed with this device is that it does not support USB OTG, which was very surprising. I don't know why Huawei omitted that. So it's a big bummer in my opinion, because it comes with just 16 gigabytes of internal storage. Also, biggest gripe that I have with this device is the RAM management. It has just 2 gigabytes of RAM, and the RAM management, I have to say, is sort of pretty poor. Every fourth app or something, when you go back, sorts of loads back in the memory, and it can be a little bit frustrating, I would say, because I haven't seen this bad memory management on any other devices, and I feel that's again due to the bloated UI. I don't know why Huawei should have brought this phone with 3 gigabytes of RAM. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker, but again, you will notice if you are sort of a heavy user, every fourth app or so, when you go back to it, it will reload due to the RAM management. And also with some heavy games like Asphalt 8, I did notice some lags. So these were the major cons with this device. But again, yeah, it skims on USB OTG, which was sort of a bummer for me. Overall, I would say it's a nice device if you want a compact size device, because generally most of the other devices come with 5.5 inch screen. If you're looking for a compact size device, this is the one for you. It sells for about 11,000 rupees. What I really liked about this device is the excellent build quality. Battery life is also very good, and surprisingly the rear facing camera performance was also very good. Coming to the things that I did not like were the poor RAM management and skimping on sensors like gyroscope and even a USB OTG. That was quite a bummer. But apart from that, overall, I would say if you want a compact screen that is a 5.2 inch or something like that, this is a decent device. I hope you found this video review helpful. If you found it helpful, I'll appreciate if you can click the like button. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.